The Azores High is a large subtropical semi-permanent center of high atmospheric pressure typically found south of the Azores archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean. Formed by dry air descending in the subtropics, the Azores High, which usually sits off Spain, has grown larger and is being pushed northwards. This has brought scorching temperatures to the UK, France and the Iberian Peninsula. The size and intensity of the Azores High shifts year on year, driving variations in rainfall levels over the continent. As such, it's been referred to as a gatekeeper of precipitation over Europe. Source: Carbon Brief. While it usually sits off Spain, it has recently grown larger and is being pushed further north, bringing scorching temperatures to the UK, France, and the Iberian Peninsula. A Met Office spokesperson told Mail Online, "Areas of high and low pressures do move around the globe. So the Azores High does occasionally extend across the UK throughout the year. The high usually doesn't stay for too long, but on this occasion it has remained close by throughout the summer. Worryingly, these large Azores High systems are becoming more common. A major new study this year found that over the past 100 years, the number of extremely large Azores High systems has increased significantly. And since 1980, large Azores Highs are 2 to 3 times more likely than over the previous 100 years. Using climate models, scientists simulated global weather over the past 1,200 years and found that the number of large Azores Highs is extremely unusual. Aside from the effects of the Azores High this summer, scientists believe long-term trends in hot weather have been caused by climate change. The 10 warmest years on record in the UK have occurred in the 21st century, with data stretching back to 1884. Professor Nigel Arnell, professor of climate system science at the University of Reading, said this year's heat was virtually impossible without the sharp rise in greenhouse gases since pre-industrial times. The implication of that, of course, is that droughts are going to get worse into the future, he said. Swathes of England are officially in drought today as supermarkets began rationing bottled water today to prevent panic buying, and millions of households edge closer to a hosepipe ban. Residents in the southwest, southern and central England and east of England have been moved into drought status, where they are being urged to be frugal with water use because of the driest summer in 50 years. It is the first drought declared in the UK since 2018, although that one was rapidly brought to an end by heavy rain. But despite the threat of torrential downpours and thunderstorms on Monday, much of southern England is unlikely to see significant rain until September. A prolonged period of low rainfall is a common definition of a drought. But in fact there is no one definition that applies across science, agriculture and the water industry. Within agriculture, Europe is sweltering through a record-breaking summer of heatwaves and drought that has parched the continent and turned forests tinder dry. Wildfires are blazing across France. A period of 3 or 4 weeks with no or below average rainfall quickly constitutes a drought situation in this country, said Dr. Joe Osborne, an industry consultancy manager at the Met Office. But there are many different definitions of drought, from the meteorological, the hydrological, the agricultural and the socio-economic perspectives. The move will put pressure on water companies to do more to conserve supplies after a number of major leaks in recent weeks wasting millions of gallons of water. Hosepipe bans have already been announced for around 17 million people, and another 15 million could soon join them. Parts of southern England had the driest July since records began, and reservoir levels have fallen to their lowest levels in last 30 years. While Germany's most important river, the Rhine, is on the verge of running dry, and swathes of England are officially in drought today. In this video, Mail Online's Shivali best explains the Azores High, a weather phenomena that is driving Europe's extreme drought. Met Office reveals how the Azores high pressure system is pushing up from the south and bringing scorching temperatures to the UK. France and the Iberian Peninsula. The Met Office has revealed how the Azores high pressure system is pushing up from the south, bringing scorching temperatures to the UK. France and the Iberian Peninsula. The Azores High is a large center of high atmospheric pressure typically found south of the Azores archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean. It is often referred to as the gatekeeper of precipitation, and is formed by dry air descending in the subtropics.